Welcome back, everybody. Here we are in the desert. We're on our own. We were just kind of flung into a body of water by our daddy whale. And here's a scripted battle. Well, kind of. In this battle, you're supposed to do a couple of hits against this enemy. And it's supposed to hit you back pretty dang hard, doing quite a lot of damage to you. Near enough, you know, killing you. And then what's supposed to happen after that is that Auron and Lulu kind of step in with surprise attacks and regroup with you. So it's like they're kind of coming out of nowhere to rescue you. The only downside is, well, I say it's a downside, it's more funny than anything. You've done so much grinding and your Jekt is so powerful that he can solo this bird. Look at that, look at the action gauge on the top right. That's how many attacks we get to do before the enemy can move. And we're using delay attack, which slows its rate of attack down. So it's not going to attack us. It's not going to have a chance to attack us.
This is the best thing I've done in the game so
This
far.
is kind of fantastic, and I love this. You've already taken him down to his second phase! You've not even given him a chance, he's just gone. Between your delay attacks and your time magic, you just wrecked him.
Lulu was meant to use Thunder.
Yeah, and Auron's meant to run in with an attack.
Let's go.
We rock? I think you mean I rock. That was all me.
Even if you only have the first magic unlocked.
Oh yeah,
so uses it.
even if you don't actually have Thunderer, Lulu uses Thunderer, which is a bit odd.
Haven't found them yet. We're supposed to stay in one place if we get split up.
Wait here if you want. He's not.
Doesn't even say a word. He's just like, nope. I'm gone, bye. Oh, hey, we found Waka. How good is that?
Waka! You alone?
Where's Yuna? Damn it! First I lose Yuna. Then I'm ambushed by
Wearing sandals, Waka.
day I'm having.
You dummy. Alright, well, this is where we find the Albed Potions, which are basically the best healing item ever. They heal 1000 HP on all of your party members and cure poison, petrification, and I believe silence or some other stats effect. So, yeah, you've got no reason not to spam those, much to Waka's chagrin, I assume.
I think it heals Confused as well.
Yeah, confusion, which is a good stat to cure. Because if one of your strong fighters ends up with confusion and then starts mauling your other party members, you've pretty much lost. Anyways, poor Kimari there needs a hug. He feels like this is all his fault, which it's kind of not. In fact, I would say out of everybody here, I'd say it's more Yuna who is at fault than anybody else. Because she really should have maybe taken that sphere to the other maesters instead of just confronting Seymour and trying to get him to turn himself in. Just grass him up, surely. That would have worked better. You know, whatever. All I'm saying is a political assassination rarely works out well for the person doing it, regardless of their intentions, you know? Anyways, taking down some sandy enemies. Those bird enemies can give you smoke bombs if you steal from them, which are super helpful for adding Dark Strike, I believe, to your weapons. So you can immediately blind any enemy just by hitting it, rendering its own attacks useless. And other than that, you have these little robots who can be taken down with normal attacks, or as the game is going to demonstrate in a moment, can be stolen from to instantly take them down. You literally steal their core components and they fall apart, which is quite funny to look at. Case in point, I believe they're around here somewhere. Here's Riku. Here we go.
Oh, hey guys, where's Uni?
Gone.
Gone. Some guardian I am.
There's something I want to tell you, but promise not to say anything. No glaring.
Best face. Confirmed for best face.
On Bicanel Island. There's a place us Al Bhed call home near here. Uni's there, I'm sure of it. Other Al Bhed must have come and rescued her.
Rescued? You mean kidnapped?
Potato, potato. It's all the same.
That's right. Anyway, I will take you there if you promise that you won't tell anyone about it. Especially not Yevonites, okay? You know they don't like us Al Bhed. Who knows what they'll do if they knew?
Give me a break. What are you accusing Yevon of this time?
How about patricide?
Really bad
You dummy!
before.
What? Where have you been, Walker?
Can't you guys talk about this later?
Just promise you won't tell anyone about this island. Promise?
Waka, come on!
All right, I promise. Lead the way.
You got it.
So, in exchange for all those cutscenes that the game has just given you, this next area, Bicanel Desert, is massive. You can spend ages running around here. There are a fair few different enemy types to take down here, so you can spend a good hour or two in this place. You can really enjoy yourselves here and do yourselves a bit of grinding.
Let me handle them all.
And here's the demo fight for how to steal from enemies to kill them. Or at least it would be, if not for the fact that we just got ambushed. And the game just kind of played itself there. Yeah, just take our word for it. You can steal from the robots and it insta-kills them. Because apparently Jekt is too strong and cannot be contained. And killed one of them before we even took control there. Alright, so yeah, Bicanel Desert, ton of different enemies. Including one of Final Fantasy's staple monsters. One of the most iconic monsters of the entire series. And quite a fun incarnation of them as well. I do believe said monster will be coming up shortly. IIRC. Should be around here somewhere. Or maybe the next area. Next area. We'll get to it when we get to it. Now, this is where Riku says that, you know, I'll take lead, but she's kind of running behind us. Not the best leading I've ever seen, to be honest. What are your thoughts on Bicanel Desert?
Every area is good for grinding.
Yeah. It really is, it really is. One cool thing about this is the first time in the game that you really notice that in some parts of the game, different areas on the map have different enemy placements. And that becomes very apparent in Bicanel Desert, where if you're in a wide open area, you can run into a certain type of enemy. I don't think we actually do run into one, called a sandworm, which has like a bazillion HP, and it can do tons of damage to you if you're not prepared for it.
Yeah, that's in the top left.
Yeah, that's in this top left area, you can find those. But the good thing about the sandworms is that they are very susceptible to Demi. If you use Demi, it just rips off loads of its health. And it's also susceptible to darkness, so you can blind it. And here's that iconic enemy, the Cacktwars. Cacktwars. I don't really know how to say that name. They're little cactuses that dance around. And the best thing about these enemies is that you can steal chocobo wings from them. They're pretty rare, it's a rare steal. Usually you just get chocobo feathers, but if you can get a fair few chocobo wings, you can use those to add auto haste to any item of armor. So your character is permanently hasted. And that is really, really, really helpful. Like, crazily so.
I think the easiest way you can do that is to have pendulums.
That's for something way later in the game, but yeah, they do help as well. Alrighty, so take down this Cacktwar. The best way to do this, because they dodge nearly everything, their evasion is through the roof, is to use an overdrive on it. Or to get really lucky with like a normal attack if you want to do that as well. Magic pretty much does 0 damage to Cacktwars though, so you've got to be careful with magic.
Is it Cacktwar?
I've always said Cactar. It's a weird spelling. It's C-A-C-T-U-A-R. So phonetically, that'd be Cacktwar. Cacktwar. Maybe Cacktwar. It might be Cacktwar. It's like a whole GIF and GIF Tidus and Tidus situation, isn't it? One of those. Old Final Fantasies really had that problem, considering they didn't have any voice acting in as well. I am trying to remember, do they call them Cacktars in later games? I think they do. Okay, this area here has a fair few unique enemies. The main one being the Mandragoras we're about to run into. And they can be pretty beastly because their main method of attack is to spam confusion on you. Also, big robots! Don't like the big robots. They do tons of damage if you don't prepare for them. Especially if they bust out their electric attack. Of course, you can just steal from them, or you can blow them up with Energy Rain, which becomes something of a go-to move that we use way too often. Going through the recording, going through all the footage, there is a lot of Energy Rain. I had to cut out a lot of Energy Rains. Then again, the more you use it, the faster the Jack learns his final move, which is just absurd. Okay, a bit more Beacon Hill Desert. There are a couple of structures around here which have some items in them. So let's collect those items before we disappear. Here we go, treasure chests. A good frame of reference when you're looking at the minimap is if you ever have like an area which is like a light blue colour as to indicate a structure, chances are there are items inside the structure. Otherwise the game probably wouldn't have pointed it out. And with that, that's everything we need from this area. No battles with sandworms, sorry about that. Fun as they are to show off, we'll have an opportunity to see a variant of them later on. Okay, so Mandragoras. They like to confuse you. Being confused is pretty much the worst thing ever, so you've got to be very careful in these fights. Otherwise, it could very much be a game over, no matter how much you've grinded.
I've almost finished the sphere grid for...
Oh, for Tidus, yeah, cool. And here we go. Mandragora. I like you really. Charlotte, you even have that little moment there of, am I overusing Energy Rain? Yes, you are, but do it anyway. Just go for it. Blow him up with that energy, which, bafflingly enough, is a physical attack, in spite of the fact that it's evidently magic looking. It's based on physical damage. Alright, now, because you've learned Mug, the rest of this game is going to be stealing lunch money from nerds. Because Mug is basically a better alternative to attack, because it attacks and it steals. Really nothing wrong with it at all, it's pretty much the best thing ever. So as soon as we get a chance, we're going to put Mug on every single physical fighter. And get them to Mug exclusively. There's that confusion. And if Lulu had hit there, she'd had a chance of insta-killing herself because she has an insta-kill Kate Sith in her hands. Boosh. Get down. Stupid plant. Okay, so that gets us some Mega Elixirs. You get really good items for beating those enemies. I think this is a game, kind of like with the Ochus, doesn't, because they're optional, you don't have to beat them. They give you really, really good good prizes for doing so. And for this point in the game, what with their confusion, they can be pretty tough. So, over here we have... Oh, no, not the high potions. Yep, over here we have a Mercury Crest, which is good for helping boost someone's ultimate weapon. I believe Waka's. Or maybe Riku's. Maybe Riku's.
Pretty sure it's Riku.
It's Riku's one, yeah. And out of all the ultimate weapons, Riku's might be one of my favourites because of its thief-oriented traits. Hooray for more potions! As if we didn't have enough of those, like... We can pretty much heal for days just using the Albed potions. The X potions and the Mega Elixirs are pretty much preparing us for the end game.
Over here.
And with that, let's hang out at our new base of operations. Or not, because, you know, just like our campaign, it's gone to hell. Everything is going bad right now.
What? Yuna's down there.
Of all the places. Let's go.
So, Albed currently under attack. And given the fact that it's fiends taking them down, fiends that definitely aren't native to the desert, gives you a good idea of who's behind this.
Kayaku! Oh, who's attacking us? Protect Directly! Kayaku? Kayaku!
A war between Yevon and the Albed?
Draigek Fanuk! Wadu Kuvundru Sumanas.
Vidran!
So here is Riku and Brothers' dad, Yuna's uncle. Here is this game's Cid. Every Final Fantasy game has a Cid. I'm pretty sure every single one does. This is the Final Fantasy X and X-2 Cid, who is really cool. This guy owns. One of my favourite characters in this whole game.
You Riku's friends? Well, just don't stand there. Come on! Let's go kick those Guano out of our home!
Who?
Cid, leader of the Albed. He's my dad.
Let's go.
Yeah, we have to save Uni.
Not only Yuna, right?
Right.
Well, this is a sensitive scene. Loot the bodies! Steal from the dead. And the real kicker is you can only steal from Kayaku, who Riku is clearly torn up about. That just seems spiteful almost. Oh well, let's grab a primer. Learn a bit more of that language, which is very helpful in this area, where everyone is intent on speaking Albed, for obvious reasons. Grab ourselves a little save, because there are some pretty tough enemies in here. And let's go.